Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles.
Hey y'all, Morgan here with We Are Worship. I am joined with Grant Norsworthy from morethanmusicmentor.com. How you doing?
Very, very well. I'm excited to be with you here today.
I'm excited you're here because we're doing a vocal teaching for The Lion and the Lamb, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's being sung all around the world by people of the Christian faith. It's been recorded by a lot of different artists. People are really resonating with the message of the song, and we would like to see the church singing it even better than they are now. So we're going to show in this video some approaches to the vocals that are going to help when we present this in a church service setting, that'll help the congregation sing along. We're going to talk about key choice. We're going to talk about unifying our vocal style, consolidating what the melody is and what the lyric is, and also we'll speak a little bit about harmony vocals.
That's awesome. Well, Grant, take it away.
Absolutely. So here we are with three of my wonderful band members. We've got Lucas here, who's playing keyboards and singing some vocals. We've got Maggie here and Brittany as well. Thanks for helping me out with this, guys.
Yeah.
Now, we know this song, The Lion and the Lamb, right? I've heard many different versions of it. Sometimes the key choice of these performing artists is B. I've heard it as low as G sharp, but B is probably the most well-known version of this song. And if we present the song, The Lion and the Lamb, in the key of B for a church congregation, people are going to struggle. People don't think of themselves as being singers. Usually the male voice in the recorded versions of this song are high tenors. So we need to have that flexibility to change the key of the song so it's more congregational. Let's do a negative example here. Let's try and sing the chorus of The Lion and the Lamb in B. Ouch.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah.
I'm done. I don't know about you, but that was just way too high. And what we'd find is most of the girls in the congregation would go, well, I'll just sing with the key like an octave lower than you tried to do. And most guys will go, I'm not singing. And that's what we'll get, right?
That's what I did.
That's what Lucas did. Just stop singing. So we want to choose a more appropriate key for The Lion and the Lamb because it's way too high. Now, like, people who understand choir culture will tell you that the most comfortable range to find for both male and female voices is middle C up to the higher C than that. We need to find a melody that fits between those two notes, C and C. But when we're in B, can you play us the highest part of that melody in the chorus, please? We even went up to a G sharp. Can you show us the higher C and where it is in comparison to that G sharp? C, yeah, upside down I can't read a keyboard. But see how much higher than the optimal range for that song is. So we can actually get away with a C sharp. We can even get away with a B lower. We can sometimes even get away with a D if we're not staying up there all the time for congregational singing. So let's try this now in what I think is the congregational key of E. Can we sing that together? 2, 3, 4.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before him.
Well, how'd you feel, guys?
Better.
Now, you might feel like the energy level has dropped a little when we go to a lower key, and yeah, you lose something, but it'll be much more than accommodated for and I think improved upon in a congregational setting when the people who don't consider themselves singers go, I can join in. And we want to hear that congregation, whether they're 5 or 55 or 55,000, singing this praise to God, don't we? Yeah. So that's what we're shooting for there with that key choice. So help us out here. Show us the highest note when we're in E in this one. Can you please, Lucas? Right.
C sharp.
C sharp. We go up 1/2 step higher than our rule of C to C, and because it's just one quick grab, love breaks the chains. It's totally fine. We get away with that. So let's move from there to talking about how to unify our voice. Oftentimes I see church bands and the singers aren't really listening to each other and they're singing with sort of incongruent vocal styles. Okay, so let's sing a little bit of verse 1 and let's exaggerate this ununified vocal styles, okay? He's coming on the clouds. 2, 3.
He's coming on the clouds. Kings and kingdoms will bow down.
Yeah. I rammed it up a little bit high there.
Feeling
but you might hear this all these little inconsistencies in the vocal style there. You know, people sort of, some people are vocally trained. Maybe they come from sort of a Broadway background. They might want to sing like that. Or, they just come from different ways of expressing their voice. Now, I want to hear that in a recorded version of this song by an artist. Make it your own. Sing it your way. But when we're presenting to a congregation, we want to listen to each other more carefully and find one sort of congregation level of musical vocal training way of singing it, which tends to be simpler, more conversational. Okay? He's coming on the clouds. 2, 3.
He's coming on the clouds. Kings and kingdoms will bow down. Every chain will break as broken hearts declare His praise. Who can stop the Lord Almighty?
Right, so each of us here probably could ramp up hey, I've done a lot of singing in my life. I've even had some lessons. But right now when we're leading a congregation is not the time for that. And then we actually find with The Lion and the Lamb, there's lots of different singers singing with very different vocal approaches, even changing what the melody is. We even find people changing what the lyrics are. But we made some notes, didn't we, about all the differences? There are many different versions of the lyric. There should be just one version, but some people sing for who can stop the Lord Almighty, and we're just going to sing who can stop the Lord Almighty. We don't want one singer singing for who and the others not. And there's so many different things here. Sins of the world. Some people say our God is the Lion of Judah. And some other people have sung our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. And so we have to work out exactly what we're going to sing lyrically, melodically, and also make sure that any lyrics being projected to the congregation match exactly what we're singing. Those discrepancies will really stump a congregation. So let's sing a little bit of the chorus in our correct key with our vocal style unified, but you'll hear some of the different approaches to the melody, different versions of this song melody sort of clashing with each other. Here we go. Our God is a lion. 2, 3, 4.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles.
All right, you're hearing all different notes at different times together. It almost sounds like us who are leading the congregation with our microphones don't actually know one particular way of the song being. So we need to unify that, consolidate what the melody is, and obviously consolidate what the lyrics is. Let's try that now, consolidated, can we? 2, 3, 4.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles.
And what I want to point out here, we've decided instead of having our God is a lion or something like that, which I can hardly do with my lazy vocal, and some people singing our God is a lion. We've heard both of those in different recorded versions. We've decided on the simplest, most congregational. Together with me, girls, please. 2, 3, just the first line.
Our God is a lion.
And that'll make it much easier for the congregation to connect with that. Now, we want to be presenting very clearly the melody of our song to the congregation. They need to hear that above everything else, above any instrumentation. We don't want them to be confused by that, and they want to be going, yeah, I can sing that with those guys. So when we come to harmony vocals for a song like this, we've got to be really careful with them. We tend to arrange our versions of these songs with the harmonies kicking in later in the song. And we also ask that the front of house engineer would mix the harmony vocals a little softer. I've actually asked Maggie to always be on melody with me, 1 octave above me, helping all the females in the congregation hear their note. I'll present it for the male voices in the congregation. But then when we do get to that harmony moment, both Lucas and Brittany are free to jump across to those harmonies that we've carefully worked out beforehand. Let's sing this chorus now with our 3-part harmony that we saved for later in the song. Our God is a lion. 2, 3, 4.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles. Every knee will bow before Him. Our God is a lamb, the lamb that was slain for the sins of the world. His blood breaks the chains. Every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Every knee will bow before Him.
Lion and the Lamb. That's how we think it should go.
Our God is a lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. Grant, thank you for joining us and giving us all your wisdom and your expertise. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's a real joy. You know, I just want the congregations around the world who want to worship God through songs to realise that their participation is not an option.
All right.
We've got a really warm invitation for people to sing along. Beautiful, powerful things happen when a community of people sing praises to God, sing prayers to God, remind each other of the truths of the gospel through a song. So let's sing, hey? Let's sing.
Let's sing. Thank you all so much again for watching this video. Don't forget, you can get all the chord charts for the Lion and the Lamb on WeAreWorship.com.